Hello, Sisters of Delta Phi Epsilon. This is Nicole DeFeo, and I'm your International Executive Director. I'm coming online today to talk to you about the global pandemic that is affecting Delta Phi Epsilon. I have a number of things to share with you, but before I do that, I just want to say that we hear you, we see you, we are praying for everyone. It is a very difficult time with this global pandemic. Unprecedented things are happening across North America, and we are really doing our best to keep abreast and move moment to moment as things are ever changing so swiftly. From morning to night, things change dramatically. So I want you to know that I acknowledge the frustration and the anger that I'm seeing out there. I also acknowledge the support, and I thank you for those of you who understand that Delta Phi Epsilon is a lifetime experience and won't end in when you turn your tassel. And so thank you to you all for really stepping up and supporting the organization. I'm proud to call you my sister. So now, having said that, let me jump into the reason for the video, which is to share some of the support things that we will be doing for you. And so as I don't miss any, I have a little note here so that I don't forget to cover all of it. This is quite a bit. So starting right away, I want to acknowledge that Bill Highway for our collegiate members will no longer be charging any late fees. So if you are still paying dues, we appreciate that, and you will not be charged any late fees. If you take a pause, you will be okay. Refunds. So I want to talk about that because that's a hot button topic that I'm seeing all over the internet. Some folks know and have called the international headquarters and have heard that we have a policy against refunds that has been in place for years and years and years. But if we're being honest, we've never had a pandemic and we've never been in the middle of something like this before. So the leadership is looking at the policy around refunds, looking at what our fixed costs are, looking at what our consumable costs are, and making a fiduciarily responsible decision on how to move forward. Now, I will say that we have no answer today on this, and that it is important that you give us just take a little patience and give us a little bit of grace so that we can figure it out. I will be leaning hard on the concept of justice, which is our number one first value, and making sure that we are doing what is best for all concerned. So if you could just give us a little bit of time to figure it out, it's going to take a little bit of time to figure it out. We are in the middle of what is going on for months now and could continue to go on across the globe for more months. So we are doing our best to figure it out. And I would ask you that your positive vibes and your positive thoughts continue to come forth. And if you are a sister who has been commenting on social media about this concept of maybe not getting your dues back, take a pause and think about where we all are, because we're all in this together. And we acknowledge that people are losing their jobs when universities are closing, and that servers and those in the food industry are also struggling. And so we said, what can we do about this beyond refunds? And that is something we can't decide on today. But what we can do today is we can look to our educational foundation for some support. And the leadership there has been fantastic. They have a special fund named after the past international president, Harriet Hirsch, and our board members are in contact with the Hirsch family to try to work out a process to streamline the application for funds from that group, and also to help open that group to other members who might be in a position to help our members who are not in a position to help through donations. So that is what we're working toward there. We also understand it is inappropriate to be asking people to give to general operating at this time. So the board has decided that we will take a pause on the Dimes for DPhiE month-long funding campaign, and we will take a look in 2 weeks to see if it's viable to continue, and if it's not, we will reassess at that time and let you know what the outcome will be. So those are a couple of small things that are happening in the foundation realm. To get back to the finance area, we are revisiting the 30-60-90 policy if you're a leadership team member of an alumni association or an undergraduate chapter. The invoicing deadlines are usually due upon receipt. We will be looking at that to see if we can extend that a little bit to allow some breathing room there. What I want to emphasize here is that this situation is very individual. And what's great about Delta Phi Epsilon is that we believe in individuality, esse quam videre, to be rather than seem to be. And so, really looking at every single chapter in their budget and every single woman and her circumstance is our specialty. So, we will be doing that across the next few weeks, really taking an individual approach to the support that we can give. That's why we can't give just a mass explanation of where we are. Everything is going to be really tailored to each of you. I would urge you to continue to check your email. There's a lot coming out about virtual membership experience. If you're a new member, we would like you to make sure that you are logging on and still learning about Delta Phi Epsilon so that one day you can be a contributing strong member of our organization, because it does indeed go on beyond graduation. And I think you're seeing that with some of our alum who are stepping up and supporting one another and trying to support our undergraduates as well. We will be taking a pause on the per cap increase. So we increase the per capita fees $1 every semester. We will not be doing that next year. So you chapters who have budgeted for that increase will see a little bit of relief from that as well. Before I leave you, I just want to say a few things about adversity and our organization. I think that we are a group of women who are there to solve the problems of the world. I think from the founders on through to today, our leadership is strong. We have set ourselves up for great success in the second 100 years of our existence, and we are no strangers to adverse conditions. And we actually thrive and prosper in those conditions. Please know that as a sister, I'm here for you. If you have something that is going on in your world that is horrible, we will always put the members first. That is why some of our houses are staying open, so that they can house sisters who can't go home for whatever various and sundry reasons, or who are waiting for placement in a university setting. So please know that we are here for you, and we want to hear from you about all the things that you need, and we want to find a way to help to live through that. At this time, let's lean on our values of justice, sisterhood, and love, and be kind to one another and patient with one another, because the days to come will undoubtedly be horrific and difficult for all of us. And we are all in this together, and we will be stronger when we survive it and move forward. Stay healthy, wash your hands, practice social distancing, and I will be back to you as soon as I have something new to report. Thank you for your kindness, your patience, your love, and I will be praying for you and your families, and I hope that you will be doing the same for us as we move through this difficult time. Thank you.